So this would definitely engage people, and this is when they got a long engagement period. Now the branding of it is up in the upper right-hand corner, so as this goes out to all your friends, you say, hey, it's the Sprint gingerbread widget, or Sprint gingerbread application. It just kind of gets tied into the messaging, so as you're talking to your friends or emailing your friend or sending it, hey, look at this new gingerbread application by Sprint, or whatnot. It gets tied into the communication and the branding and the awareness, and you begin to build in your mind that Sprint makes fun, cool things. I want to be engaged with them. I want to understand what they're doing next. This is a fun way of engaging me. Maybe they make cool phones, or maybe they have an engaging way of creating a phone plan that works for me. It's a bit of a stretch, but you can kind of see where I'm going with this. On the left-hand side over here, here's another example of creative design that Sprint put together. This one has a bunch of different squares tied into here. Each square in here represents different content that Sprint is pulling from the web. And it just goes through an ongoing process of bringing in new content. How many people are stuck in elevators is one of the boxes. That's just campy, but I'm going to look at it because that captures my imagination. You know, how many bicycles are being produced? How many cars are being produced? They have a video up in the right-hand corner of the Statue of Liberty. You know, people coming in and out of that. It's going to be something that I look at. And down here is a shuffle button, so I can click the shuffle button and they load it up with all new content. How many toothpicks are being made today? Just different kind of crazy stuff. But again, it's engaging. You spend time going through it and looking at it and laughing at the content that they put in there. So it's definitely a way of engaging people. It's going to stay on your page because you can constantly shuffle it and get new content and new funny things to look at in that. So you're going to leave it there and you're going to keep getting branding subtly passed on to you through this widget. You know, this is on their webpage also. If you go to sprint.com/now, you'll see a full screen of all of the different things that they have out there that's tied in with this. But again, very subtle logo on the bottom. You know, kind of coloring goes along with some of their branding, but it's definitely going to have longevity. It's going to stay on your page. You're going to talk to your friends about it. You're going to be looking at it. You're going to be engaging with it. And every time you do, subtly the Sprint brand is going to be in front of your face. And these are the kind of things you can get between 2 to 5 minute engagements with people as they play around with these, and you just can't buy that on TV. So these are fantastic ways of getting in front of the target audience and staying in front of them for long periods of time. So here's a couple examples of banner campaigns. And I want to draw your attention to a couple different things. There are two that probably obviously jump out at you, and the other two probably fade in the background pretty quickly, and that's by design. Some branding, some banner ads like these are definitely going to grab your attention more than others, and that's really what I wanted to draw your attention to is if you're going to do a banner campaign, really how to create something that pops off of the page. Because everybody knows what a banner is, everybody knows where a banner goes, and you really have to do something creative to get outside of the loop, get outside of people's comfort zones, so that they really pay attention to it, they really engage with it, so that their eye goes up the page to actually look at your ad instead of just going to the content and ignoring your ad altogether. So the top one here is Internet Explorer. This is one we talked about before. Very simple ad, but very clear branding. They used almost a third of the ad here just to say Internet Explorer 8. So there's no confusion as to what this is or who it's for or what the branding and awareness is. And over here, almost the other third of it here is for the download, free download. Very clear messaging, cuts through the clutter, nice coloring to go along with the Internet Explorer blue and black, so that ties in, so you know it's all wrapped up together. Very simple, very straightforward, but it definitely draws your eye there because it's simple and it's clean and the messaging is very easy to digest. You look at it, you know what it is, you know what the messaging is about. Oops, I have Internet Explorer 6 or I have Internet Explorer 7. I need to download the latest version of Internet Explorer. I'm going to click on it, I'm going to go. Great way of them getting out in front of their audience. So this middle one is a text ad within Facebook. As you can see, it's a very, very small logo over here, and I don't even know what this logo is. I can't even see it, and I cut it out. It just says, do you like games and music? Go now. Who doesn't like games and music? But I don't even know what they're selling. I don't even know what they're doing. I'm not going to click on that because it doesn't engage me. The messaging isn't there. The messaging is not provocative. The messaging is not speaking to me and not telling me exactly what I want to know, or piquing my interest enough to really get me there. If it said, something like, get the latest game or latest, shooter game or something here, that may be more engaging. But just, do you like games and music? I mean, do you have a pulse? They might as well just say, do you have a pulse? Everybody tends to like those kind of things. Do you like Starbucks coffee? Maybe some people don't, but bad example. But again, bad messaging, hard to view image, probably not as successful, probably not as engaging as some of the other things. Down here, Fast and Furious. Now, whether you like the movie or didn't like the movie, it is an engaging creative. It has the faces, and over here, unfortunately you can't see it, but this whole part over here is a teaser trailer. It's a rotating video that runs through that gives you a little bit of snippet of what the movie is. Very engaging because it moves, it changes, it draws your eye up to the ad. So if you have a video or something in your ad that you can put video into, it's a great way of getting people to look up the page, look at your specific ad, and understand what's going on. Very, very clear messaging. Now in theaters, Fast and Furious. Boom. That's it. Very clear, straightforward. Great way of capturing people. You get your brand out there. They know it's in theaters now. And then up here, I don't know if you can see that on there, but it says roll over to see more. This is actually an expandable ad that will expand down and begin playing the entire Fast and Furious trailer for you. So again, very simple messaging, very straightforward, very clear. You look at it very quickly. You know what it's all about, and you can engage with it. It has motion in it, so it draws your eye up the page or to the side of the page, wherever it may be, to the ad so that you can read it. So as soon as your eye goes up the page to it, you see what it is, you see the messaging very, very quickly, and you choose to engage with it.